because I don't want to make a video that is not useful in some way to my viewers, and also because I realized after I posted my last video that I had done a poor job of explaining the overkill rules. Here's my overkill rule that I use in my campaign for when a very strong character is going up against a very weak opponent. If you've got a character that does a whole lot of damage when they swing, I've got some that, because I'm playing Dark Sun, I've got a half giant who in the party who has such a high strength that he automatically adds 11 to his damage, so he does at least 12 points of damage. But we're not going to get into that high because that example would go on very far. I'm going to use the same example I did in the last video, which was a character who rolled 13 points of damage and was going up against enemies that had only 2 hit points, and how I would handle that. Instead of that 1-2 hit point enemy taking all 13 points of that damage, I allow some of the damage to carry over and give them the possibility to attack another opponent, and if there's damage left over, the possibility to attack another opponent, and so on, until either they miss their attack roll or they run out of damage. So here's how I do it, and I'll just scoot this down a little bit. The first thing they need is to roll a successful attack roll, as always. So in my example, they rolled a 13. They'd rolled 13 points of damage, and like I said, they were going up against kobolds, and these kobolds only had 2 hit points apiece. So you come down and do the math. The way I do it is I subtract the damage that it took to kill the kobold, take what's left over from that, divide it by 2, and then that can be applied to the next attack roll. In this case, it is 13 points of damage minus 2, which equals 11. 11 divided by 2 equals 5.5, and I'm rounding up to 6. Okay, so now we come down to this where we've got the next thing needed is another successful attack roll. So if this particular character is successful a second time, their sword carries on through, lopping off the head of the first kobold, and carries on through and strikes the next kobold. The next kobold is hit with the 6 total points of damage he has left. The kobold only takes 2 to kill, so 6 minus 2 equals 4. Divide that by 2, which equals 2, and that's what he's got left over to use on one more kobold. And once again, he must make a successful attack roll. And this is all in one swing, but it's kind of like he's guiding the sword as he goes, because it's going to maybe get off course as the sword passes through the bodies of his victims. So here we've got 2 hit points to apply to this last kobold. It takes 2 hit points to kill him. We divide that by 2, and you have 0 hit points left over, so that stops it. And at any point, if they did not make the successful attack roll, that would have stopped it as well. So that is basically my overkill rules that I sometimes use in my campaign, mainly when they go up against tightly packed groups, like in large battles, which is what I was in the last video, what I was explaining, or when there's just a group of like an overbearing attack type group, like you would have with small goblinoids or something like that. It allows them to swing hard and mow through several of these minor creatures at one time. It allows the players to fend off such things, and also really gives them a feeling of heroic power. They get, in my game especially, they go up against a lot of stuff that makes them feel small. So I throw them a bone sometimes with something like that. Okay, so this is the part of the video I'm going to talk about the subscriber drive. This is the prize that I'm going to be giving away for the subscriber drive. Just as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to roll my handy dandy D100 and count down from the list, and whoever the number lands on, that's who wins. You'll need to make sure that if you want to be in it, not only do you need to be a subscriber, but also have your information where I can see it. As soon as I have a winner for the drawing, I'll go ahead and get that mailed out. Just remember, it doesn't get chosen until I get to 100 subscribers, so the more that you share and encourage people to subscribe, the quicker this will be given away. Here's a quick look at the inside. Get to the normal pages. As you can see, they are all here. There's not a single one filled out. Go back, show that too. This looks like it's filled out, but this is just examples of the way it should be filled out. So that's the way it came. There's the back. And the one thing that you could say is maybe not perfect about this is right here. This tiny little bend right there. But that is ever so slightly tiny. Aside from that, it is almost mint condition. So please remember to subscribe, like, and share, especially subscribe and share with this one, because the quicker I reach 100 subscribers, the quicker this giveaway gets its winner. Good luck. Have a great day.